Don't look up. Not yet. Everyone looks at the mountains, the sky, the view. That's where attention goes. That's where people think beauty lives. But the real story is under your feet. Right now, while you walk, while you step, while you move without thinking, you are passing something. Something small, something quiet, something that doesn't try to be seen. And that's exactly why it gets missed. Because the most valuable stones don't chase attention. They avoid it. They stay still. They blend in. They wait. Today on Pro Gems, you're going to see 10 gemstones that exist on hiking trails across the United States, not locked away, not hidden deep underground, but sitting in places people walk through every day. And the strange part, even when they are right in front of you, most people still don't see them because they don't know what to look for. Let's begin. Number 1, diamond. The stone everyone walks past. Now imagine this. You're standing in an open field, dirt everywhere, flat ground, nothing exciting, nothing beautiful, just soil. But beneath that surface, something formed long ago, under pressure, deep underground, and over time, it was pushed up, slowly, until it reached the surface. That place is Crater of Diamond State Park, and here's what makes it different. Anyone can go there. Anyone can search. And whatever you find, you keep. But here's the part most people don't understand. Diamonds here do not look like diamonds. They are not shiny, not cut, not clear. They can look cloudy, rounded, almost like small pieces of glass. And that's why they are missed. Because people are searching for perfection. Instead of reality, they want sparkle. But real stones don't start that way. They begin rough, unnoticed, ignored. And unless you slow down, you will never see them. Number 2, emerald, the green hidden inside stone. Now shift your location. Trees, soil, moist ground. You're in North Carolina, specifically around Hiddenite and nearby Emerald Hollow Mine. This place holds something different. Not loose stones, not obvious pieces, but something hidden. Emeralds. But here's the key. They don't always sit alone. They hide inside rock, mixed, partially visible, sometimes just a hint of green. And that hint is easy to miss because your brain is not trained to look inside stones. It looks at the surface, not within. And that's the mistake, because the value is not always exposed. Sometimes it's buried in plain sight. And unless you notice that deep green color, that slight difference, you walk right past it. Number 3, sapphire, the dull stone that isn't dull. Now imagine a river, cold water, moving slowly, rocks everywhere. You pick one up, it looks gray, maybe slightly blue. Nothing special. You drop it. But what if that stone was not what it seemed? In places like Rock Creek and Yogo Gulch, sapphires exist. Not the polished kind, not the jewelry version, but raw, uncut, quiet. And here's the truth. They don't look impressive. They look like worn pebbles, smooth, cloudy, easy to ignore. And that's why they remain, because people expect shine. But nature doesn't work that way. It hides value in simplicity. And only those who look twice see the difference. The first realization. At this point, something should feel different, because none of these stones look valuable. None of them demand attention. They don't stand out. They blend in. And that's the pattern, because value does not always announce itself. Sometimes it hides behind normal. Number 4, jade, the ocean stone that feels heavy. Now move west. California coast, waves hitting rocks, wind, salt air. You're near Jade Cove, and scattered along the shoreline are green stones, but they don't shine, they don't sparkle, they don't call attention. They just sit there, wet, smooth, quiet, and most people ignore them because they look like simple rocks. But if you pick one up, you feel it, heavier than expected. smoother than normal, stronger, and that's jade. But again, the signal is not visual, it's physical. It's in the weight, the texture, the feel, and most people never check that. They look, they don't touch, and that's why they miss it. Number 5, sunstone, that only reveals itself in sunlight. Now picture a dry landscape, dust, heat, silence. You're in Oregon, near Plush. The ground looks empty, nothing interesting, just scattered rocks. But then, the sun hits something, a flash, not strong, not constant, just a moment. And then it disappears. You look closer, and you see it. Tiny sparkles, inside the stone, almost like metal. That's sunstone. But here's the trick. It only reveals itself in light, at the right angle, at the right moment, and if you're not paying attention, you miss it completely, because without light, it looks like nothing. And that's why it stays hidden, in plain sight. The pattern deepens. Now stop again, because something is becoming clear. These stones do not reveal themselves easily. They require something from you, attention, patience, curiosity, and most people don't give that. They move fast. They glance once, they assume, and they leave. What you haven't seen yet. But we're only halfway there, because the next stones are even harder to recognize. One of them is brought to the surface by insects. Another one looks like metal but isn't, and one changes completely depending on how you look at it. But there is also one mistake, one simple habit. That causes hikers to miss all of them, even when the stone is right in front of them. And once you see that mistake, you won't just hike the same way again. You'll start noticing things that were always there. Number 6, garnet, the red stone, brought up by ants. This one sounds strange, almost unbelievable, but it happens. In dry areas, flat land, loose soil, you might notice something small, tiny piles of dirt, ant hills, nothing special, right? But look closer. Inside those small piles, you may see something red, dark, shiny, tiny crystals. And that's not random, because in places like Garnet Hill and parts of the Navajo Nation, garnets exist below the surface. And ants, while digging, bring them up, piece by piece. They don't know what they're carrying. They're just moving soil. But in that process, they reveal something hidden. And most people, they walk right past because they don't look at the ground that closely. They don't inspect anthills. They don't expect value there. But sometimes, the smallest activity reveals the biggest secrets. The second realization. Now think about this. Nature is constantly moving, digging, shifting, revealing, and sometimes it does the work for you, but only if you notice. Number 7, topaz. The stone hidden inside rock. Now imagine you're hiking in a rocky area, mountains, broken stone, sharp edges everywhere. You're near Topaz Mountain. You look around, and everything feels the same. Gray rock, nothing interesting. But here's the difference. Topaz doesn't always sit on the surface. It hides inside rock, locked in, protected. And unless the rock breaks, you will never see it. Sometimes, you might notice a small crystal inside a crack, clear or slightly golden, very subtle and easy to ignore. But if you pick up that piece, if you turn it, if you look closely, you might see something different, a clean shape, a smooth surface, something that doesn't match the rough stone around it. And that's your signal, because this stone doesn't reveal itself easily. You have to look inside, not outside. The habit most people never build. Most hikers scan the surface. They don't investigate, they don't question, they don't explore details. And that's why they miss stones like this. Because discovery requires interaction, not just observation. Number 8, turquoise, the blue hidden in dry land. Now move again. Dry land, open desert, rough terrain. You're in Arizona. Around Kingman and Morenci. The ground looks harsh, rocky, dusty, nothing soft, nothing colorful, But then you see blue, not bright like the sky, deeper, stronger, almost painted into the rock. And that's turquoise. But again, it's not sitting alone. It's embedded, mixed into stone, partially hidden. And unless you recognize that color, you won't see it because your brain is not expecting blue in dry desert rock. And that's the trick. Value often appears where it doesn't belong. The third realization. Now something becomes clear. It's not just about looking, it's about expecting the unexpected. Because when something feels out of place, that's where you should focus. Number 9, peridot, the bright green that looks too perfect. Now imagine walking across volcanic ground, dark rocks, black surfaces, rough textures, then suddenly, you see green, bright green, too clean, too strong, almost unnatural. You're near Peridot Mesa, and those small green stones are peridot. But here's the catch. They are often small, very small, easy to miss, easy to step over. And because they are scattered, not grouped, they don't catch attention, they don't form clusters. They appear alone, quiet. But that color, that strong green, doesn't match the dark volcanic rock. And that contrast is your clue. The fourth realization. By now, you should notice something important. Every gemstone has a signal, not the same signal, but a signal, color, weight, texture, light, location. And if you learn to recognize those signals, you don't need luck, you need awareness. Number 10, opal, the stone that changes when you look at it. Now this one is different because it doesn't stay the same. You look at it once, it looks dull, nothing special. Then you move slightly, and suddenly, color appears. Red, blue, green, flashing, shifting, almost alive. You're in Virgin Valley, and this is opal. But raw opal does not always show its beauty immediately. It depends on light, angle, movement, and that's why people miss it. They look once, not twice. They don't change their angle. They don't test the stone, and they never see the color. But once you do, you realize something. This stone was always different. You just didn't see it yet.